do that. Hey, gang.
Hey!
It's us. It's the Sleazegrinder show. Tonight on the show, Stephanie Crumley, who's in the bathroom. But she'll be out in a minute. Here we go.
I'm a no wolf, but it ain't my night to howl. I'm a big bad wolf, and I just been on the prowl. I went to see my baby, and she said to me, "You ain't the wolf that you used to be." I'm a no wolf, but it ain't my night to howl.
And then we'll start the show, Stace. What do you say?
Yeah.
Oh, here we
Sorry,
are.
the camera was stuck.
Here we are, everybody.
The board was stuck.
We're here. Everything's fine.
By the way, did Stacy buy a $22 candle? Because I'm going to throw you out of here if you
Oh
did.
my gosh, I would never. But I was just wondering. I don't think it's ever acceptable to buy a $22 candle.
Unless you're buying it for your mother for a Christmas or something.
No, then
I'd
she's
say
like,
it's
you
definitely
could have got
right.
me so much more bang for your buck.
Yeah, my mom loves candles. I'm sorry. Gotta make it smell nice.
There she is. Hey, everybody.
Come on in.
Here comes Stephanie.
Just so you know, a $7.99 candle does not smell very good.
So that's why you buy
I
the
smelled
22,
like 300
whatever.
of them
I'm
today.
sure you can find a good
I settled on like a
smelling.
$9.99 mediocre.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sleazegrinder Super Show. My name is Ken, but you might know me as the frankly legendary rock writer Sleazegrinder, and this is the last gang in town, the TV edition, of course, Chris Heavy Necker Cardone, my beautiful bride Stacy Dawn, producer, the Chachi to my fawns over there, Stacy DC, and of course tonight on the show we have zinester, urban explorer, and all-around badass Stephanie Crumley, right over there, of Eridanos Tattoo, right up the street here in Cambridge. So that's the place where I go to get inked, as everybody knows.
All over.
Eridanos has been putting together a lot of art shows and really becoming a vital part of the local arts scene here in Cambridge. So I thought we'd bring Stephanie on. She can tell us what's coming up over at Eridanos.
Do they have good snacks there, Ken?
Yeah, we'll talk about the
Oh,
snacks.
there's their website. Oh, not anymore, but
No, we're gonna put it up there. When I get home, I'm putting it up there. You can't see it now, but you're gonna see it later.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be great. First of all, quickly, Thanksgiving highlights from everybody. Chris, boom.
Euthanasia conversation at the table.
Wow, good one. Stacey?
Watching 10 episodes of Man in the High Castle.
Right.
Yeah.
Stacey, DC?
There ended up being booze at the party I went to, and I didn't expect there to be any. So
And you had some.
Stephanie?
I had a bunch.
Indian food takeout.
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, 1 month ago today, Stacy won a medal for coming in 30th in a race. You remember that, Stacy?
Yeah. It was like 29th.
Have you
How
got
dare you say 30 when it was 29?
have you got any more medals since then?
No, but I'm working on one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever won a trophy or medal?
3 different occasions, yes.
Karate?
I
No.
earned an MVP. though.
2 of them were academic, and another one was I was a New England rugby champion in high school.
No
Yeah,
You
Fantastic. This
Yes, I
guy
was.
plays rugby.
were? Hooray.
in high school.
That's pretty attractive.
Then I
Stephanie,
went to
any
rugby.
trophies or medals?
I used to compete nationally in jazz dance.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's a
very
dancer.
So I've got a little trophy room at home.
I don't know what that looks like, but it's probably pretty attractive as well.
It's very dusty. Very dusty.
Now I have even less of an idea of what it looks like.
It's because of the records that they dance to. They're all dusty.
Yes, yeah.
Got it.
How about you, Stace? Anything?
No actual well, I had badges from figure skating,
Yeah.
and I won an art contest.
Fantastic. I don't have any,
I
but
don't have any actual
You don't have
medals.
any
though.
actual medals?
No, I don't have any medals.
You have
What
a
about
medallion.
participant awards? Like,
No,
just
nope.
for participating?
I do have a participant award, but I'm not into competition. It's not my thing. It's never been my thing.
So we'll award you
I
with
marched
the
to the beat
winner
of
of
my
no
own-
awards.
My own drum.
Medal.
We should make him a medal.
Yeah.
Stephanie is basically the office manager over at Eridanos, right?
You should get a tattoo medal.
It's
Yeah.
the most metal tattoo shop in town. Right?
Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't necessarily
It's metal?
say that we
It's metal, yeah.
yeah.
What
metal.
makes it metal?
Because playing metal all the time, and everybody that works there is into metal.
All black everything.
Everybody's.
Yeah, but that also means it could be
Heavy
like
metal.
rock and roll. It could be the most rock and roll tattoo shop.
I'm telling you, go over there and
Yeah,
it's metal.
Okay, so what's the most rock and roll tattoo shop?
I don't know. That's the only
That's
one I
not
go
what
to.
this episode is about. Okay, swipe that out.
I hear her.
I'll leave.
I hear Stephanie fielding a lot of conversations, a lot of questions over there. Some of them are pretty stupid questions, but you're always very polite when you're answering them, which I appreciate. So let's ask some dumb tattoo questions right now.
Yeah, sure.
You want to? Go ahead, ask one.
I mean, I'll try to think of one. You go
Okay.
first. I'll have one loaded.
Does it hurt to get a tattoo, Stephanie?
Yes, it does hurt. to get
What
a
is
tattoo.
what is the worst place to get a tattoo? Pain wise,
Oof.
what's the worst place?
Far and away my stomach. Stomach is definitely the worst place.
Like what? Like right here?
I mean, I can
Yeah, show us.
stand up.
Yeah.
We'll
let's
pull
see
a
what's.
spring break real quick.
Yeah, let's see what's
There it
happening.
goes.
So I got my stomach tattooed.
Look at that. Wow.
I would have to say this was miserable. Just totally
The whole
miserable.
thing.
The whole thing.
If you had to point to a part that was the most miserable,
I would have to say here and right below my rib cage because that's where you got the good stuff. Your body just wants you to not
Right,
touch there
because
at all.
it's freaking out
It's a
because
danger
that's
zone.
where all the
The
that's
good
all
things.
the vital stuff is.
Yeah.
speaking of stupid questions, we were talking a little before the show, and I was like, "Well, could you get a miscarriage from something like that?"
What?
And then I clarified, you can't. If you're pregnant, you can't get a tattoo.
You can't?
No, you can't.
Definitely
can't?
cannot. Your body's creating a baby. That's more than enough stress. There's no
Not
need.
to say a shop out there probably wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
There's probably somebody out there
Or
who's trying to make a
exposure.
buck.
I mean, you could just not say you're
Yeah,
pregnant.
yeah,
just
exactly.
go
Like
in.
I just had a bunch of hot pockets before I came.
Yeah.
I'm loaded right now.
Pizza baby.
I'm saying that right here, like where the top of the blade is
Mm-hmm.
there, it felt like Ian was cutting my head off. Right there.
Really?
Badass.
Yeah. That was tough. But that was the worst. But, you know, Ian and I are both talking about getting one right here in the middle.
Yeah, I got that one.
That's tough, right?
That's a tough spot.
That's where you had the somatic response.
Actually, my side boob.
Oh, the side boob was the
So I have a
somatic
chest
response.
piece, which is hard to see. I know that this is kind of a see-through shirt. But I had a somatic emotional release while getting tattooed by one of my dearest friends, where I was flashed into my 16-year-old nostalgia of different memories. I also had a few different experiences from the past year. It was crazy. And I thought that I was going out of my goddamn mind until someone told me that these are things that happen.
Yeah.
Just feelings happen. So
So what you're saying is that I think the side boob is out, is what you're saying.
yeah, don't side boob.
I got a question
If
for
you've
you.
got a lot of grief.
I got a good
Yeah.
tattoo question for you. Can you get every color in a tattoo that I guess like Bear, the paint company, makes?
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, they have a shit
suppose.
ton of colors.
They do have a lot of colors.
I guess my real question is,
think
how do
ink-
they make the color?
I don't think ink comes in as many colors as paint, though.
Well, that's what my real question
you can
is.
mix and match just like babe.
Because they only have, the shelf isn't that big. It's like black, red.
You kind of mix and match. You're like, I want green. You get that blue and yellow.
What do
Hope for the
people get
best.
tattooed the most? Chinese letters, probably. Infinity symbols.
Right now,
Roses.
friend,
Flowers.
Celtic knot.
Celtic knots.
Yes, tribal is back. Tell your friends
Ooh.
or not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
totover
Yeah,
to
please
you.
don't.
They love doing it over there.
Arrows. Arrows are really in right now, and silhouettes of birds and dandelions.
I was gonna say flowers, actually.
Yes.
I thought flowers or maybe spiders.
I mean,
No?
I know you're trying to get business, but are you ever sort of like,
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't get
Yeah,
that
maybe you
Yeah.
shouldn't get that
or
stupid.
maybe you'd like this better.
Yeah, sometimes I wish that they would just, if you wanted a tattoo, you would just come in and just let the artist do whatever. You
Right.
know? But unfortunately, such is not the case.
So Ian's my tattoo guy. He used to tattoo in the 90s and he quit because everybody wanted a goddamn Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoo.
The
And
Esther
he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, it's enough already.
Yeah.
I'm
You
an artist, for
know
Christ's
what's
sakes.
great? My friend actually got that tattoo right here. It was red, but the tattoo artist fucked up
Yeah.
and ended up scarring. And I'm like, no, it's perfect. You have scar tissue on your Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoo.
Yeah,
It's great.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Also, by the way, over at Eridanos, Michelle is doing 3D tattoos. That's going to be the big new wave.
What does that mean? Like it's just dimensional.
She gives you a three-dimensional. You got to carry around the glasses to show it to people. So that's kind of an issue.
She
But
gives them to you.
Those are affordable.
I don't understand. Is that a real thing?
yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
You
So-
put on
The
glasses to see.
glasses
Yes,
is,
that's right.
is a lie,
You know
right?
you know how 3D works, right?
Well, I
You put
understand
on-
how 3D works,
put
but
on
when
the
you said
red-
three-dimensional, I thought you meant like that type of art that's just like really
Yeah.
like it looks like it has
No,
dimension,
I'm
but
saying
doesn't.
you put on the red and blue glasses, and then you got.
Oh
a
my God,
three-dimensional
Ken, that
tattoo.
just really confuses and frustrates me.
So you got
I
some.
feel the same way. I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
I'm not into it.
Just go over to Eridanos, talk to Michelle, and she'll give you a
But that
demonstration.
was a pretty good
Ugh.
promo until we
was.
chimed in.
So you've got some. So you've got some art shows coming up over there at Eridanos. That's why you really come here today. Talk about the art shows that are coming up.
I'll show you my stomach.
Exactly. And I also want to talk about art show etiquette because it's something I've been trying to get my head around. So before you talk about the shows, talk about what you're supposed to do at an art show. Say me and Chris show up at the art show at Eridanos, and there's some stuff on the wall here. Look, we're on the wall right now, Chris. If you look.
Yeah.
So we show up and we look at the stuff on the
You don't
wall,
look great.
and then what do?
Don't touch the art.
Don't touch the
don't
art.
touch it.
Don't touch it.
That's
No touching.
101 right
Do
there.
that.
No touching.
What's something that's maybe less obvious?
Don't talk as much as you would in a setting outside of a gallery, I would
Really?
say. Because I go to the MFA a lot with my girlfriend, which I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's like one spot I know to get art. I'm not super into the scene, so I get what I can. But, like, for me, the moment somebody, like, goes in front of a painting and they start talking to me, it's just like, no, you need to, like, this sounds maybe a little bit cheesy, but you need to, like, soak it in for a bit before you say anything.
So you're
Because you
saying-
can get an emotional response from something if you sit there and you try to, take it in without thinking about what you're already thinking about when you start looking at it.
I feel like Ken would be horrible in an art
Yeah,
show.
I was.
I feel like
had.
you're only going there to talk.
It was really it was a real eye-opener for me when I went to the last Eridanos one, because I went in there and I didn't know what to do. It really freaked me out.
You don't know. I mean, you're getting into acting.
I got in there.
You do a
I
little
get in
of
there. Can you
this,
still see me? I got in there.
and you do a little of this.
I look at the picture,
Yes.
and then I'm like,
Well, I mean, Ken, what do you do at a rock show?
what am I
You
supposed to
look
do
at the
now?
band and you listen to them.
yeah, but the
It's-
band is changing. The picture is still the same, man.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that you look at a picture for like 15 seconds and you've seen everything
What I
in that
wanted
picture.
to do was go, like, to have somebody next to me and go, hey, look at this lady. What do you think of this picture here?
Yeah.
But there was, everybody was doing their own thing. It was like I was.
Ken,
just
I would love to be
sort of
that guy
in the
with you,
middle.
but you gotta shut up for at least 30 seconds when we first start looking at it.
All right, so I think the thing is to bring a pal, right? It's a good idea to bring a pal.
Well, it depends on when you're coming to the show. So we've been doing a lot of opening receptions, which is when you came.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the heck do I do here? And
Right.
you did like a lap around, and then you had peace. I remember you Nixoned out.
Yep.
So really, for opening receptions, it's more about community. It's more about seeing who's interested in the show and kind of hobnobbing and meeting
Yeah.
new people that are
Yeah.
interested in things that you're also interested in. It's really a piss poor time to really engage with the painting. So you could be there and you can't be present with the painting. There are like 3 people in front of you. It's very intimate. You feel like sardines. I remember I body checked a bunch of people. And they got really upset because they didn't know who I was, and I was like, I'm just hosting, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to live my life, you're here, I'm here, and we're gonna touch. So touching other people, I guess, is kind of fine. Just don't.
See?
Don't
Touching
get
We
each
your-
like touching
Touching
people.
other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Me and
touch
Ken
other
love
people.
touching people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
just-
doing a good shoulder squeeze.
yeah, as you're going by, that's
Yeah.
nice, that's loving, nice.
Shoulder squeeze is great.
With consent, perfect.
And that's why you need to go to the makeout party.
Yeah.
So you can
Yes.
learn about when and when not.
Yeah, I was talking to Steph about the
How to do
makeout
it.
party this weekend. She said that if she went, she would just say no to everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
I don't want to make out with a stranger. It's fine.
yeah.
Some people do. That's awesome. Go make out with
It
strangers.
would be a bummer to go to the
It's
makeout
great that
party and no
they're
one
going to
makes
one
out.
Right.
place to do it.
Yeah.
How would you feel about yourself if you went to the makeout party and then everybody you asked to make out said no?
I wouldn't really care too much about it because
Terrible experience.
that's a very small sample size in a large city, man.
You have a good attitude, man.
Yeah.
Would you really want to make out with someone that didn't want to make out with you, though? That's the question.
Yeah, but
It's
you're
all about
asking. You
consent.
don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't
I don't want to
ask.
force someone to make out with me. I want them to be
No,
like,
listen,
I'm
it's not.
into
It's
it.
not about making out somebody who doesn't want to, because that's the point of the consent portion
Right.
of this party. If somebody doesn't want to make out with you, you can tell. And if you're the type of person that likes that, you're going to keep doing it. If you're the person that doesn't like that, you're not going to do it. There's two types of people. There's the people who can see that somebody's not enjoying something, keep doing it, and then there's, the other.
That's why communication is imperative and things like that. Consent and consent being sexy is becoming a really important imperative part of our community, specifically in metal and punk. So I think that having events like this and showing that you have to talk about these things, even if it's something like touching or making out. I checked someone in the throat at a metal show a few months ago for coming around and giving me a great big hug and kissing me without pronouncing himself because I had no idea what was going on.
Wow. Right in the neck.
No, I'd
Yeah.
love to see her check somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
me
it's
too.
terrifying.
You just take your pen, you go, ah.
Yeah. It's good.
So when's the show? When's the next show?
Okay, so for December, we're doing a bunch of different things. This coming Sunday, we actually have an art print pop-up. So we're going to have about 25 different vendors throughout New England who will be there. A bunch of prints, just buy stuff, just hanging out. The following weekend, we have the Holiday Oddity Market. Jen Simone of Bad Moon Consignments and Jose Chavez Jr. of Our Lady of Reclamation are doing a really cool, spooky themed, oddity market. So there are going to be lots of bones, taxidermy, religious relics that'll be available on December 12th. And then the following weekend, December 18th, is our Krampus holiday party.
Hooray!
Yes, Krampus will be there, so he will let you know if you've been bad.
Awesome. So all these things are happening at Eridanos, which is right down the street. By the way, Stace, if you would you maybe bring up some of the wonderful tattoos that have been created over at Eridanos so that
Are
the
they going to
folks
be all photos
can
of you?
see as we
Okay.
as we talk about these wonderful shows coming up. So the next one is the print show, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to. Stacy, DC, and I went art shopping
Yeah, right across
Over
the
at-
street.
out of the blue a couple days ago. Not really to our liking
Did
over
you
there.
find anything?
We
No,
didn't really
because-
find much of anything.
Because it's not my kind of art. My kind of art is the art that's happening over there. I like skulls.
Also, tigers, from what I've seen recently.
Tigers are good too. And over at Eridanos, you can find a lot of skulls. You can find a lot of tigers. Sometimes you can find tigers bursting out of skulls.
What about, tiger skulls?
You can find tiger skulls too.
That sounds
Alligator skulls,
badass.
tiger skulls.
Yeah.
I mean, there was an eclectic bunch of art over out of the blue, and
Yeah.
none of it was to our liking. The
Yeah.
aesthetics were all off.
Yeah, the aesthetic. Oh, look, there's my tattoo right there. That.
Oh, I figured
that
this
Ian
is
gave
how
us.
this
The
is
bowling
gonna go.
tattoo.
Yeah.
That
They're
is a
not-
killer tattoo.
They're
though.
not all mine, but some of them. But then there's there's art over there. Is that Michelle's art?
That's
Stephanie?
actually
Everybody-
Joe
Oh,
Gettler's.
it's Joe Gettler's art.
Prep your 3D glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can really.
Is that one of the 3D pieces? I don't have the glasses, I can't tell.
No, it's not one of the 3D pieces, but I'm telling you that she makes killer 3D
Oh, wow, I like
tattoos
that.
over there.
There was a 3.
It's only $60. I'll go over and I'll pay for one right now if you want, Chris.
Yeah.
A
You wanna get-
$60 3D
you wanna-
tattoo?
Yeah, I'll get you one. For Christmas.
Hell yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, buy me
Here's
a 3D
the
tattoo.
one.
You got a 3D one there?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, look.
Awesome,
There's a 3D
fantastic.
skull right there.
I actually think that looks really cool.
If you had
I don't care that it's 3D. I think it
You're
looks
not.
cool like that.
if you had the glasses on, that thing would be popping right off of the page.
That's pretty cool. Does it have to be red and blue?
It has to be red and blue because
Red and blue.
those are the colors.
I
of
mean,
the glasses.
theoretically, couldn't you just get a pair of 3D glasses of different colors?
No, because 3D glasses don't come in different colors.
How do you know?
I don't know. It's
You
just the way it works.
You can't get green and yellow?
I don't know. Ian explained
Pretty
the
sure
whole
you
thing.
can.
There's science behind it. So. By the way, you still urban exploring?
Yeah, I actually went to Waltham today and explored a bunch of psychiatric facilities.
Wow.
It was really neat. My friend actually almost fell through one of the floors, and I had to pull him back.
So, obviously uninhabited psychiatric facilities?
Yes, no psychiatric patients.
Right.
Have
They
you
all...
ever been to the McLean Hospital?
No.
That's a pretty disturbing place to walk around in the basement. If you're into that.
I'm absolutely into that.
Also,
out.
the, what is it? Salem State Penitentiary. Do
Oh,
you
that
know
was reclaimed into gentrified yuppie condo paradises.
It is, but behind there in the woods, there's holes in the ground where there's still hallways. It's awesome.
Wow, really?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
I've been
That's
there.
fantastic.
You want to go down there? Check it out?
Dude, yeah, I'll show you. I'll bring you there.
All right, Steph, you want to go down and look at the
Yeah,
tunnels?
absolutely.
It's
Fun
really
day.
cool. One thing
We're all
that's
gonna
really
go look at the
creepy.
tunnels.
One thing that's really
Salem.
creepy is like two things. One, you have to be really comfortable with your ability to do a pull up because it's just tall enough that if you fall down there and you can't do that, you cannot get out.
Oh, I can't go.
I can do 100 right now.
Really?
I could do
That's
it
hot, man.
assisted. Someone
I
just
give
has
you
to be
props.
down there already.
Two, like some kids went down there and like it's nuts, man. You can see like that far with a flashlight. There's like nothing else. And then like people are like, oh, rape dungeons this way, and there's all this like weird quirky stuff people spray paint on the walls, and it's like ridiculous. But other than that, there's like these huge piles of mold and all these like doors that have bars and stuff. It's like wicked creepy.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
We could bring our boombox and blast some Priest.
How do you find where
yeah.
you're wanting to go?
It's really contingent.
Is it like a deep internet thing? You guys have a
Yeah, it's
community?
a deep web thing.
It's just a heavy, deep, it's all on the internet. Actually, I just kind of look around. I found a bunch of buildings that way. I'm a runner, so I peep different buildings that way. I get like a lead. I belong to some forums, and I check out the forums.
That's the way to dig, man.
But, you know, you also just driving around, you check out a building, you're like, oh, like you check the grass, and if it looks kind of shitty, it probably is.
Any trespassing legal issues?
Oh yeah, we actually almost got arrested today, but we were very apparent, and I noticed that, and I was like, all right, so we probably got like 20 minutes to get out of here. And sure enough, as we were walking out, the cops rolled up, and they were like, so, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
And it's just like living our lives, so.
It's like when you're
It's fine.
when you're a teenager and you get some beer and you try to find some place to drink it, and then the cops are showing up and
Yeah.
Me and my friends had a dumpster fire
Yeah.
in the woods one time. And we were drinking, and he's just like, "So, what was your plan? Like, what if this fire went terribly wrong?" And we're
Yeah.
like, "Well, I mean, it's contained in the barrel, man. That's why we have the barrel.
That's why it's in a
You know what I mean?"
yeah.
And then he's just like, he was saying all these things like, "Oh man, I remember being in these woods when I was young. I know
Yeah.
these woods like the back of my hand." It's
Right.
like, dude, do you think I'm gonna run right now?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I could outrun you. I don't know.
So how did this all play out?
He made us put the fire out, which we did by putting a blanket over the top of the dumpster.
Brought a blanket.
Well,
with you?
pardon me. It was like a trash barrel, like
Yeah.
an old fashioned like metal one.
Yeah, well, you confused me when you said dumpster fire.
Yeah,
because
pardon me. Dumpster fire.
I'm wondering what a dumpster is doing in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, absolutely.
We found a trash barrel and like rolled it into.
I
the
was just going with it though.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Dumpster, why not?
I
set it
just
on fire?
assumed it was one of his acid stories.
Yeah.
so.
No, no, the acid stories stop with just Paul McCartney movies, I guess.
Start and end.
Also, Steph makes zines. All kinds of
do.
zines. What's your latest? What zine are you working on these days?
Actually, the one that I'm writing, I'm signed because this has to tie into the makeout party. I am writing a zine about kink, bondage, and sexting as consent.
Nice.
I'm very interested.
Sexting, that's what the kids do. You're into
yeah.
sexting?
Kids
Not really. It doesn't
sex
really
your
do much
girlfriend?
for me.
Really?
No.
I'm too old for sexting myself, but I know that the younger generation loves it. They can't get enough of this sexting.
Because there's no, I don't know. Like I understand the appeal to sexting, but to me there's no emotion in it. If there's no emotion, it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, you
It's
gotta
like,
read
oh my
this-
god, like I want to like suck your dick. You're like, okay, like maybe later because I'm not there right now.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be sick. But right now it's this doesn't do anything for
Yeah,
me.
let's just do it.
Well,
when
you
we
gotta
can
read
actually
this
do it.
zine of Steph's because it's really gonna open your eyes, I think.
You think so?
You think it's gonna open
You
your
think
eyes?
it's gonna open
Gonna
your
make
eyes, man?
sexting sexy?
Yeah.
Sexy?
Sexty? Sexty?
I think
That's gonna make it
people have
sexy.
different interpretations of what sexting is, though.
Well, we're talking about specifically, I do a lot of zines on like bondage and BDSM.
Yeah.
I do a lot of photo montage, so I have like a bunch of abandoned building zines. I do like radical veganism stuff, as well as BDS
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a whole.
inclusion. It's a
Yeah,
whole
sure.
whole thing. But for the BDSM stuff, I follow different trends throughout different decades on how women are perceived and drawn and photographed in different magazines I find from like the 60s, 70s, 40s, 1920s, and all the different BDSM trends. And tying that in, I found that sexting is really important for exploring your sexual boundaries with people. It's very safe. You're just hanging out on your couch, you know, you're in your jammies, you're feeling great, and you're just like, what if this person's into this thing? You know? And it's a very safe way to say yes or no instead of in the moment when you're trying to push boundaries.
It's good practice for later.
Yeah, exactly. Like makeout party.
So that's when you ask the question because you don't have to deal with the awkwardness of it.
Also, right.
Okay.
Also, tacos.
Like
you have one about
butt
tacos,
stuff? Question mark?
right?
Do I have a Merciful Food series? So it's all Merciful Fate themed vegan recipes. So
There you go.
tacos, we got mac and cheese, pizza.
But is it like named after like King Diamond stuff?
Unfortunately, it's just a lot of different amazing pictures of King Diamond.
Plus
and-
taco.
That would be sick if they managed to
Even
like.
better. Less
you know.
gimmick.
So, right. Boy, we're almost running out of time. So, yeah, thank you, Stacy. We don't have enough time. Stacy DC usually arm wrestles the guests. We don't have time. But
That's okay.
who would win?
Probably, I don't know.
I mean, I would hope me, but you never know. She's
Checking people in the
yeah.
throat
checking
and
people
stuff.
left and right.
But you didn't jump up and give her a surprise hug though.
Thanks to Steph. Go to Eridanos Tattoos to get tattoos and see art. Maybe eat some cheese and drink wine, right?
Yeah,
And listen to extreme metal for sure. Plugs. So Eridanos, we got the shows coming up. Next one is December 6th. Okay, everybody go there. Heavy Necker shows, quick.
This Friday at Opus in Salem, we're selling new merchandise, patches and badges. Also, I'm playing with the Drax that night too.
Awesome. Somebody sponsor the radio show so we can come back on the air. That would be nice. Next week, I know Chris doesn't want me to talk about lady wrestling anymore, but come on, bud. Championship lady wrestler Davienne is coming on, hot on the heels of her wrestling tour of Japan. She's going to be here.
Well, okay, well, that's cool. I'm into meeting. I just want to talk
We're
about
going to
it.
learn some sweet moves.
You were right though. You talked about it most of the show.
The whole episode.
We're even going to
The
make
whole
some cool
episode.
entrances with our chosen theme songs. That's going to be next week on the Sleazegrinder Show. Good night, everybody. Woo! All done. We did it.
Yeah, you're welcome.